What's up, gamers? Today we're going to be giving you the ultimate Skyblock guide. This will help you in your journeys on the grind and wasting your life. If you have any questions, we hope this video will be the answer. Quick note, this is a lot of information and it is cumulative, so watch the whole video if you have a question, because if something at the beginning doesn't make sense, the end will hopefully explain it. Caterpillar smoking doobie. Now you have to watch the whole video because that made absolutely no sense.
Subscribe or you'll have to read this for your next English class. Alright boys, so first is your Skyblock profile. So, how to access this and pretty much everything we're going to be talking about in this video. You'll have to right click the Skyblock menu, which is in your 9th hotbar slot. So this is where you'll see all of your stats. Health and defense are multiplied to get your effective health, which is basically your total health. You should ideally have 60% more health than defense to get the max effective HP. Strength increases all damage that is not from abilities, whereas crit damage only increases damage on crits. So you'll probably want a combination for them for max damage. Intelligence boosts damage from abilities, and it gives you mana, which is really good because that's what you use for abilities. D's nuts, your mom. So your mana pool, it increases by percentage every second, and it allows you to use item abilities for a certain amount of mana. Sea creature chance applies to fishing only. Magic find increases chances of getting good items or pet drops. Pet luck boosts only chances of getting pet drops. Ferocity increases your chance to hit an enemy more than once. So if you have 100 ferocity, you'll guarantee hit it twice. But if you have like 150, you'll have a 50% chance to actually hit it 3 times. So it goes above 100%. Ability damage buffs the damage of item abilities, pretty straightforward. And then the 3 different fortunes at the bottom just basically increase the chance for you to get more drops. So we'll briefly explain how to increase these stats later in the video, by the way. So keep watching, nerds.
Skills, nunchuck skills, computer hacking skills, bow staff skills. Your skills can be increased by doing certain tasks. Most skills have a cap at level 50 or 60, except for the ones that suck, like rune crafting, which caps like 25, although they might have made some level 50 runes, which is just useless. Hypixel, you punk. So there's farming, mining, combat, foraging, fishing, and alchemy. Those are self-explanatory. You farm, you mine, you kill stuff, you chop down trees. Hashtag global warming. And deforestation. Fishing, you get fish. I mean, it sucks and it's boring. Alchemy, you become a master potion master, brewer, alchemist. BTD6. And so enchanting, you have to get a experimentation table to get a lot of enchanting XP, but it's very easy to max out. Like, I got enchanting 60 in like 2 weeks, because you just go and do your experiments every day and boom, enchanting 60. So at enchanting 10, you'll get the experimentation table. You place it, you do your experiments. Applying enchanted books also can give you a little bit of enchanting XP. Carpentry and rune crafting are cosmetic. Cow turd. Carpentry levels up by crafting items, so if you ever craft any items, you'll get carpentry XP. And it allows you, it gives you recipes so you can place random crap on your island. It's just useless crap. Rune crafting levels up by killing runic mobs and dragons. Dragons, that's just too expensive, and just, you'll get it naturally. It's really useless though. Social is leveled up when people visit your island, so unless you don't have any friends, then your social won't go up. But all you can do with social is you can make a parkour course on your island. So yeah, I mean, it's cool if you're into that thing, but it's not the most useful skill. Taming levels up when your pets do. So taming is really easy to get leveled up because you don't have to do anything. If you have a pet equipped, your taming will start going up. Dungeoneering levels up when you play dungeons, obviously, but we'll talk more about that later. And if you want to see what you are like ranked worldly or globally in skills, go to the top of the skills menu and just click your skills. And then you'll see, like, even me, I'm a total slut. I'm obviously the coolest kid ever. I'm like 10,000 out of 9.42 million players, so yeah.
Alright boys, so next up is collection. So here is where you can find that. It's directly to the left of your skills. So if you click on that, each collection has its own unlocks, and almost every abundant resource in this game has a collection. The more you get for a certain resource collection, the more recipes you unlock, even though you do not need to have a recipe of a certain item unlocked to use it. So, for example, you can use an item that you don't have the recipe for. However, you can't actually craft it. So, yeah. However, for Slayer items, you can't use them unless you do have the recipe. So, make sure you don't spend 20 mil on a Slayer item and then you can't even use it because you don't have the Slayer level unlocked. Boss collections can be leveled up. It's right here, and this is for dungeons, and they can be leveled up by completing dungeon floors. And unlike other collections, these collections actually give you items. The other collections simply unlock items for you that you now can craft, but it doesn't straight up give you it. But boss collections actually give you items. So for example, if I do 7 more floor 1 runs, I get a golden bonzo hit. So yeah.
Value.
At the top of the collection menu, you'll find rankings, which will show your global ranking. The collection menu, there's a minion at the bottom, which is right here, and this shows all of your crafted minions. So basically, the more minions you craft, the more minions you can place at one time. So you unlock minion slots by having more unique minions unlocked. You also can get 5 minion slots at the community center. We'll get more into that later. But yeah, Bahood salutes you.
Recipes. Alright, so the recipe menu displays all of the recipes unlocked by skills, collections, and slayers. There's also a miscellaneous section, which is just recipes that you automatically have, like ones for the Spooky Fest. Even if you start the game and you're a total non and you have straight 0 skills, you'll have those recipes. So you don't need to do anything to get the miscellaneous ones.
So next up is trades. This is also very simple. It literally just shows all the trades you've unlocked. You unlock these through collections, and they're usually pretty easy to unlock. Most of these are pretty useless because you can buy most of this stuff at the builder at the hub, but teleport pads are actually pretty good. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty useless for the most part, but it's just good to know it's there.
Alright, now here's your quest log. This menu is a record of all the quests on every island, and it's pretty much just for flexing. I mean, I don't know why the heck you would flex your quest log, but it's kind of useless, except that it shows your fairy souls. Now, your fairy souls have these rainbow-colored heads, and if you find them, they're just randomly on every single island. So I would just go watch a Time Dio guide to find all the fairy souls, because, I mean, Time Dio is clutch. They just boost your stats immensely if you take them over to Tia the Fairy. We'll talk more about that later. And, I mean, yeah, that's about it.
Alright, so next up we have calendar and events. So this is useful if you want to participate in Skyblock events, obviously. Or if you're one of those farming event sweats who just, like, mains those things, you can do those. And then also if you've ever been to a dark auction, that actually shows up, but you actually have to click on the calendar. So as you can see, in a minute and 30 seconds there's going to be the 16,666th dark auction, except it's not 666th, so that kind of sucks, but that's coming up soon. So anyways, aside from that tangent, this is basically where you just see all the farming events, you see all the days with no events, and then dark auction days. So, and this is just for broader. This is going to last a much longer time and show only important events, so this is what I would suggest looking at. And we'll go over the Skyblock events later, but they can be annually or every few seasons, as the Skyblock calendar is divided into 4 seasons instead of months, so just be aware of that. Farming events allow you to boost farming skill and earn money, and they happen every hour for 20 minutes. There are 3 random crops for that event, and depending on how much you get of one crop, you'll get rewarded with a bronze, silver, or gold medal. So it's percentile based, so you're competing against other people, so it's not like you have a certain mark to hit. You have to get in like the top certain amount of percent, so keep that in mind if you're going to do farming events. On every 55th minute of every hour, you can go to the dark auction, and the way you go there, I will show you. You have to go to the main hub, and there's the dark auction house led by Sirius. It's in the wilderness. So if you spawn at the hub looking at the map, you turn around here, and then you're going to want to go diagonally past this Coliseum. And as I'm running over there, I'll finish explaining it. By the way, the Coliseum right now is completely wasted from Dante, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, so basically, you bid on items in the dark auction, and they're usually overpriced, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend going here unless you're so rich you don't have anything else to do with your money. But if you see people going here, that's why. And it's good for endgame players. But the main thing that you can get here that's actually reasonable, again, it's still pretty overpriced, but it's at least decent, are flower minions. So you can use those for extra minion slots, although I wouldn't recommend it. What I would recommend is using them for the Romeo and Juliet quest. This is the dark auction right here. So you saw how I got there. If you need help, just rewind the video, watch that again. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's storage. Now, this is pretty simple. It's like your personal ender chest. Literally is your personal ender chest, except that you don't have to place it. So if you just go into your menu, you can just click on it and you just have a free ender chest there. You can expand your storage by going to the community center. We'll talk more about how you do that later, but you can have more than one ender chest page. Although to get some of them, you need to pay and get a rank. Pay to win alert! More on that later. And then at the bottom, you can see where backpacks are. So if you craft a backpack, Hypixel had to do this. It kind of sucks, but they had to do this because there were so many dupes going on. So if you craft a backpack, you can click it into one of the backpack slots and then open it. So it's just like backpacks. Backpacks are just an extension of your ender chest. So it's just more storage. I don't know why the heck you would need like hundreds and hundreds of storage slots, but maybe if you're just a weird guy who hoards potatoes, it happens.
Alright, so next up is going to be active effects. So you can find that. It's the potion bottle right here. And this is where you go to see which potion effects you currently have active. For me, it's just night vision because I have a night vision charm, which is a talisman, which we'll get into later. But yeah, if you have a god pot, that's where you can see all that. You can also do slash effects, so that's a good command to know. And so basically there's over 30 potion buffs in Skyblock, and if you have them, they'll be displayed here. A god pot is an easy way of getting them all for a long time. It can be bought at the community center for bits, or you can buy it from the auction house, which I would recommend.
Alright, pets. This is your pet menu where you have your little critters that you keep in cages. Whip them now. So this is where you go to find your pets. And you can summon pets in this menu. You can make them invisible, which I would recommend because pets are so obnoxious. They always walk right in front of you, looking at you, stupid horse, and they just sit there. And then whenever you try to right click or left click, you just hit your pet, and it just, oh man, it's obnoxious. So I would recommend making your pets invisible. You can remove pets from your pet menu by converting them into an item, which is good if you want to just sell it on the AH. But the more pets you have, the more unique pets, just like unique minions, you get more magic find because as you'll see, you have a pet score, and legendaries are worth 5, I think epics are 4, rares are 3, uncommon 2, and common 1. So just get unique pets to increase your pet score and increase your magic find. It's pretty vanilla, you know.
And one last thing in regards to pets, this is kind of advanced, but I'm sure a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of times when you're building on your private island and for some reason the blocks won't place, that's because your pet is getting in the way. A lot of times you'll have your pet invisible, so that's why a lot of people don't know about it, but just disable your pet and it'll fix it. So next up is the crafting table. You craft stuff. It's slightly different, as you can see. It has a different UI and stuff that you already have in your inventory. You have this auto craft feature, which is really, really helpful. But you need a rank. You have to be VIP or higher to access auto craft. So it is pay to win alert, just like everything else in this game. But honestly, I'm fine with it. Just make sure that when you're crafting, you don't accidentally click on one of these things and completely yoink all of the stuff from your inventory.
There goes my Necron handle. Alright, wardrobe. Now this, oh man, wardrobe is so good. I love it. I have like millions of armor sets in there. So you can basically just put your armor into the slots. As you can see, Count Jack has multiple armor sets, and you can easily just swap between sets. It takes like no time at all. You used to have to take it out of your, like, remove it, put it in your ender chest, take another armor set out and put it on. Now you can just click a singular button. It's really clutch. So to get more armor slots, like me, I'm a plus, so I have like 18 slots because I obviously need a slot for my blobfish hat. But Jack has like 7 or something because he's just a VIP, so get a higher rank if you want to increase your slots. Pay to win alert, you suck, Hypixel. So yeah, that's about it.
And by the way, I also have a slot specifically for my blobfish hat, and I don't have 7, I have 5 total slots, so yeah. But what I do, because I'm a non, I keep all my armor in my storage. Okay, next up, personal bank. So this is very simple. It's unlocked in the Emerald Collection. The personal bank allows you to access your account on the go, and you can reduce the cooldown by paying large sums of money to Guy. Yeah, that's actually his real name. I'm not talking Guy Fieri, I'm talking just, his name's Guy, bro. It sucks. So he's in the hub, really close to the community center, and I would advise against this because you can always use the bank in the hub with no cooldown, so yeah.
Or just be rich and keep all your money on you and have like booster cookies and piggy banks going like.
Alright boys, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe or else I will force feed you a can of refried beans. We stream every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You know the drill. And at the streams, we just hang out with the boys and just do ram crap. Our streams are quality premiere content. AKA, if you want to watch absolutely horse crap hogwash audio at 720p, that's where you want to be, baby. But I'm not a rapper. And by the by, don't do drugs, or else you'll look like a caterpillar smoking doobie. So, yep, like we said earlier in the video, a lot of stuff might not make sense till later, and we said caterpillar smoking doobie. Now it all makes sense, it all comes together. We were referring to Hypixel being pay to win. So, now you know that. And if you made it this far, you should read the description of the last video, because I said something, and if you say that in the comments, you get 5 mil. So, yeah, you should do that.
Oh,
No balls,
and
you
if you watch every single one of our videos ever, then at the end there's a letter said at the end of every single video, so watch them all, and it's a secret sentence that'll give you 100 mil. Yep, no cap, yep, confirmed, true, awesome, dream,